Broadcasting from the world's largest film and television studios, this is KUSH from Universal Studios, Hollywood.
We bring out our very special guest of the day. He's the star and host of The Tonight Show, and that's my jam. My friend, Mr. Jimmy Fallon. Jimmy.
Oh, hey there. You made it. Welcome to the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure that you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Me, Johnny Ray.
And the greatest driver.
Darell, he's driving.
They're the best. I love them. Even though owes me $5. I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
Safety rules, folks. First, if you need guest assistance, have a medical emergency, if you drop something of value off of the side of the tram or have sound or video issues, reach up and grab the red emergency cord, which is located above your heads. It runs down the middle of the ceiling of the tram. I'll be very happy to assist you as soon as it is safe to do so. Otherwise, during the entire tour, please remain seated with your arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times. And the studio is private property, so if at any time you drop your phone, just get wait to use the restroom, you pull that cord, but please remain seated. For smoking or vaping of any kind, be prepared. A choice of day features loud noises, fire effects, sudden tram movements, and many water effects. Now, of course, you want to have the cameras out for great photo opportunities, but keep an eye on them so they don't get wet. Finally, for your safety and those around you, do not use selfie sticks while on board. Like I said earlier, welcome to Universal Studios. Welcome to Hollywood. Folks, Universal Studios is part of NBC Universal, one of the world's leading entertainment companies, which includes Universal Pictures, Focus Features, Peacock, and NBC Television. This year, NBC is celebrating its 100th anniversary. From trailblazing radio and television to launching The Today Show, The Voice, Saturday Night Live, The Office, The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, and every beloved show in between. NBC has been the home of entertainment, news, and sports for an entire century, celebrating the network all year long. Alright, so we're going down the Universal timeline. I'm sure you're checking out some of the movie posters. Some of the movies we've made throughout our more than 110-year history. Behind me, in front of you, is Soundstage 12. Like I said, this is how we film scenes indoors, inside. We can create any environment the store demands. And here are some iconic scenes from movies filmed inside Stage 12.
Right.
Shut up to my little friend!
movie posters to the left. Oppenheimer is here somewhere. Oppenheimer won Universal Studios its 11th Best Picture Oscar. Okay, here we are. This is what it's like to come to work in a real movie and TV studio. No red carpets, no glamour, no glitz. It's just work like everybody else. Yeah. Like I said, a lot of TV is done here at Universal Studios. Shows such as Hacks with Emmy and Golden Globe winner Judy Smart. St. Dennis Medical is another show that films here with David Allen Greer, Wendy McClellan and Cubby. You take a peek inside sound stages. And let's see what, The Paper. Yes, The Paper films here, which streams on our very own streaming platform, Peacock. Here's Chelsea Fry and Oscar Nunez on The Paper.
Hi, Studio Tour!
We're here on the lot where we film The Paper, which follows our characters' day-to-day lives as employees of a struggling newspaper, Toledo Truth Telling.
That's right. Unlike many other TV shows, The Paper uses multiple cameras and a variety of shot types and movements to give our show a true documentary feel.
Because the camera is always around whenever we're on the set, it's important that we stay in character.
Yeah, Oscar, what's your favorite part of working on the lot?
I wasn't expecting you to ask me that. You know what? I love being around talented, wonderful, hilarious people. I also get to work with Chelsea Fry. How about you, Chelsea? What's your favorite?
Oh, I love waving to the trams.
Oh. Okay. You can probably stop waving now.
No, it's fun. Let's try.
Yeah?
Yeah, let's try. It's great.
The Paper streams on Peacock. And Universal has had many visionary filmmakers work in these sound stages, including everybody's favorite director, James the Minion. Continuing our journey. We have more sound stages. Well, like I said, Universal does a lot of TV. Here are some shows you may have heard of or might have even seen. And then we have two Minions on your right. I told you we're going to be seeing Minions all day. Moving along, we have stages 18 and 19, where a 5-star weekend starring Jennifer Garner was filmed, Timothy Olyphant, Regina Hall. Here we have some trailers to the left. Some of these are for hair, makeup, wardrobe, personal dressing rooms. Each production has their own base camp. This is what you call base camp. And there's Ted the Bear, also to the left. Ted Season 2 is already streaming on Peacock. Did you know that the Bear, Ted, had to audition for his own television show?
Hi, Ted Bennett, 2 feet 5 inches. I am locally based, SAG eligible, and I will not shave.
All right, let's shoot.
Hi, my name is Allie, and I'm the visual effects coordinator on Ted Season 2.
Here we go.
In the final show, Ted is fully animated. In addition to our view screen technology, we also have a reference bear. That is the stuffed animal version of Ted. He's bite-sized, he's 2 feet. He's essentially a stand-in for Ted.
Okay.
We use it for our camera operators, our lighting. We also use it for our animators in post, and then also for the actors so they can see where Ted should be in the scene. Every day brings a new challenge, but it's fun to rise to the occasion.
That was good.
All right. Now, folks, these bungalows to your left house production offices. Some of the top writers, producers, directors in all of Hollywood, including Mark Platt Productions, producers of How to Train Your Dragon, Wicked for Good. There's the offices there to the left. You can see MP Productions. A little further down, Bungalow 5195 is the De Laurentiis Company offices. Producers of shows such as Hannibal, movies Red Dragon, but the profile on the wall. That was once the office of the great master suspense director Alfred Hitchcock. 2 more sound stages to the left, home to St. Dennis Medical, stages 25 and 26. You know, sound stages are nearly soundproof, but it turns out they're definitely not monster-proof, which the Minions found out the hard way. And behind the office building, as I said, you can see parking spaces for St. Dennis Medical they're filming today. Yeah, this is what it's all about. Films behind this building here.
Welcome to St. Dennis Medical Center.
St. Dennis Regional Medical.
I have access to some really good stuff, and I will hook you up.
Yeah.
No, man. That was a test.
We're like the Avengers, you know?
We're not supposed to have favorite patients, but we do.
I almost don't want him to get better.
Pale, kind of blotchy.
It's the other one.
Oh my God, that's much worse. Wow.
Okay, and now, my friends, we have just entered the back lot where the world is around the corner. We show a lot of the big stuff, shoot a lot of the big stuff out here. Big scenes, massive scale. These buildings that you're now looking at to your right, these are facades. They're the front and sides of buildings. Don't tell anyone, but we just instruct what the camera's going to see. Your imagination fills in the rest. What looks like brick and stone in reality is wood, foam rubber, fiberglass, chicken wire, plaster of Paris, lightweight materials. I'll show you how this works. Okay, this is Brownstone Street. See those buildings there to your right? And then you have fake trees here to the left. But check out this clip from the film Bruce Almighty. It was filmed right there.
Grace, the dog!
I'm in the shower.
Inside bad, outside good. Inside bad, outside good.
Notice how Jim Carrey leans against a tree? You can put the dog on grass, but there are no trees there. There's no grass. Yep. Trees and grass grow overnight here on the Universal Backlot. I'll show you those trees back there. Yeah, that's how it works. They're props, folks. And now we move into Courthouse Square, better known as Hill Valley, for the Back to the Future films, starring Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, and Leah Thompson. To the left is the famous clock tower. That's where Doc Emmett Brown harnessed the bolt of lightning that sent Marty McFly back into the future in the first film.
It was actually the back lot, the Courthouse Square, that inspired the entire climax to Back to the Future.
I had scenes up at the clock tower on that ledge. There was a ledge about that wide. And I was standing inside looking at the ledge, and I already had vertigo. I just thought there's no way in the world, no way I'm going to stand on that. I was up there for quite a while. Of course, I had a cable.
Well, so we use these sets over and over and over again, and we change their appearance constantly. That's why you don't recognize them from one production to the next. That's how it goes. So now we're going to move into my side of town. All right? New York Street. Movies such as The Amazing Spider-Man, Captain America, The First Avenger, Transformers, TV shows American Ninja Warrior, Spider Noir, which is streaming on Amazon Prime. They took Courthouse Square, Brownstone Street, and New York Street and turned it into, wow, this wonderful place in New York in the late 1940s. Beautifully done, beautifully done. Here's Jimmy Fallon to show you how we bring this street to life.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York. I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This was actually my whole neighborhood. I once got mugged over there by an old woman, tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Yeah, it's cool guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
Okay, so folks, there was once a giant gorilla that rampaged the streets of New York. His name, King Kong. We haven't seen him in a while. So we're gonna go visit him now, Skull Island. Yes. So I need this from you guys. Secure your personal belongings, as I said earlier, wallets, cell phones, backpacks, purses, toys, purchases. Put everything on the inside, away from the outside gates. Because this is one of those places that if you drop something, you lose something in here, we can't get out to pick it up. Okay? So make sure everything is secure. Do remain seated, hold on to something or someone. And here's King Kong director, Peter Jackson.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to direct movies. I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up an adventure. And to me, Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board the ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times. So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island. And it's great to have you along for the ride. We're about to return to Skull Island. Universal Tram is winding its way through a very rough, narrow trail in Skull Island, allowing the visitors a little sneak peek at some of the wildlife of Skull Island. In a sense, this is like a mini sequel, a mini continuation. We're just taking the Kong and Skull Island and the dinosaurs that we established in our feature film.
An island hidden in fog. Nobody's lived here for hundreds of years. A wall 100 foot high. Why did they build the wall?
That was King Kong 360. That epic battle you just experienced was designed by Peter Jackson and the team at WETA FX. Now, computer-generated imagery and digital effects have been important tools in movie making for many years and have helped build the worlds in some of your favorite Universal pictures, from sci-fi to fantasy to action films and more. Take a look. Wow. Okay. Now, this is the cool part. You see, we went from Brownstone Street, went to Courthouse Square, went to New York Street, visited Skull Island, and now we're going to London Square. And we didn't even have to take a plane. Yeah, that's how we do it. Like I said earlier, these facades are a little over 50 feet tall. They have steel infrastructures, a little taller and bigger than usual. Here we have some more trailers to the left. These are for St. Denis Medical. Yeah. How you doing? All right. It's what you call base camp. Okay? So they'll be filming around in the area. The band pick up people and take them to and fro the set. To the right, we have this beautiful mural. I say beautiful because it's a 3D painting. The farther you move away from it, the more real it becomes. Yeah. You see that on camera, it looks like a real building. And you saw it earlier, just didn't realize that you did. And I showed you the clip of Jimmy Fallon on New York Street. There was a picture taken from New York to here. Looks really cool. I just figured it was just another building. This scene from the sitcom Will and Grace was filmed right here.
We've all had our share of humdingers. Me included. One time I took a drink that said Lisa on it from a coffee place. I know my name's not Lisa.
You are a bad girl. Stop the tram!
This is a beautiful mural. This mural here on your right, the iconic Universal Monsters, painted by street artist Tristan Eaton.
Thou shalt rise again.
Folks, this is part of our legacy of horror films and monster movies that began with Dracula back in 1931. And to the left is the familiar V from the singing competition show The Voice. That's where it's filmed. Sound stages 30 and 31. Season 30. Wow, it's already underway. A lot of seasons there, huh? Also on the other side of this lake that we sometimes call the Hollywood Ocean, depending on how we use it, are more sound stages. There's sound stage 33, where Reba McEntire's Happy's Place is filmed.
Hey there, I'm Reba McEntire, and welcome to Happy's Place. We shoot our heartfelt comedy right here on Universal Live. Now, unlike most TV shows, we are a multi-camera sitcom, meaning several cameras capture every scene from a different angle, all at the same time. Each episode takes about a week to make, from the first read-through of the script to rehearsals to taping in front of a live studio audience. And let me tell you, every step is a blast. Enjoy the ride, and we'll see you at Happy's Place. I'm starting to sweat. The men are the ones who's supposed to ask the women out. That hasn't been true for 30 years. I haven't dated in 30 years.
Happy's Place, Friday on NBC and Peacock.
Happy's Place. Okay, yeah, that's a good thing because we have our very own platform, Peacock. So there are shows that are only shown on Peacock. For example, Ted. Ted is a funny show, but it's not for kids. Right? You think there's a cool, cute, cuddly teddy bear? No, it's not for kids. All right, it's funny, it's not for kids. But now we're gonna visit one of my happy places. One of my favorite places. I have a couple of them here at Universal. And this is the first one we're going to see. Little Europe. We can make this area look like any European country we want by changing the language on the signs. And of course, set decoration. Lots of set decoration. We can make this area look like Spain, Italy, France, Germany, England, Transylvania. So yeah, it's really, really cool. Some of you may recognize these outdoor sets from the television show The Good Place.
You, Eleanor Shellstrom, are dead.
Cool.
This location, the afterlife, come on. I have never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I
can't risk going to the bad place.
Maybe it's not all that bad.
How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound awesome.
A Good Place, starring Ted Danson, Kristen Bell, streaming on Peacock. All right, but why is this one of my favorite places? Why is this my favorite place? I gave you a little bit of a hint back there. I'm a fan of the classic Universal monster movies. Those black and white films about Dracula, the Wolfman, the Bride of Frankenstein, the Mummy, yeah, all born here in Little Europe. This area on your right, to your right, is called the Court of Miracles, where all of Hollywood's greatest monsters got their start. Now, wardrobe, hair, and makeup are as important as set decoration when it comes to telling a story on film. It establishes the characters for actors who are serious about their craft. Like these minions, even if you look a little crazy. Yeah, Court of Miracles. All right, listen to what some famous directors have to say about the classic Universal monster movies.
When we think of Universal, we think of monsters.
Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, Bride of Frankenstein,
The Mummy,
The Hunchback of Notre Dame,
The Invisible Man.
Phantom of the Opera. Classic films are just brilliantly made. That Frankenstein image, flathead, it's one of the great icons of the world. That to me was like the essence of the Universal horror film. I was just mesmerized by these movies. Boris Karloff, Lon Chaney.
I remember the original Universal Studios Mummy movie really scaring me.
They still ring in our memories now. We love them.
We love them. You know what else we love? Soundstage 50. We're going in. Now, folks, you know the drill. Just like we did for King Kong. You know what to do. All right? We're going in. Stage 50 is dressed to look like a train station, a metro, underground in San Francisco. So we're going from Universal Studios Hollywood to Universal Metro Transit in San Fran. In the middle of a big production. We're in the middle of a big production. Look at the equipment. This is what goes on behind the scenes of any given project, production. A lot of detail in here. To the left, we have an area for hair, makeup, wardrobe. Good example of that. Craft services, that's another one. Hold on, folks, this might be the big one. Congratulations, folks. Made it through. That was Earthquake, inspired by the 1974 disaster classic of the same name, Earthquake, starring Charlton Heston, Richard Roundtree, and Ava Gardner. In case you're wondering what magnitude quake that is, or that would be on the Richter scale, that's a simulated 8.3. So, my friends, that was 1974. 1975 saw a splash of a different kind. Jaws. Yeah. The movie Jaws was released on June 20th of 1975. And it takes place in the fictional town of Amity. So, because everything here is movie themed, let's go visit that fictional town of Amity, where every day is like the 4th of July. Oh, that Bruce, our mechanical practical shark. Now, Bruce was just as much a menace on screen as well as on. Did you know that the original practical shark kept on breaking down during the filming of Jaws? Here to talk about the troubles of working with a shark like this one is Jaws director Steven Spielberg.
That's a much maligned shark. The shark was frustrating. It didn't really work all the time. It didn't work hardly at all.
Wherever you were on the island, you could hear the radio waves. They were always saying, "The shark is not working." Repeat, "The shark is not working."
We just waited around. We just waited and waited and waited.
The shark worked well enough. For a while there, it had the biggest of all time. So I really owe the shark a lot.
Okay, now folks, you heard me say our mechanical practical shark. What does practical mean? Practical means it's not AI. No CGI. It was not used. It's tangible. It's there. It's mechanical, right? In this case. Just like the earthquake attraction, it's a practical effect. And now that we're on the topic of practical, we're going to show you another one. We're going to show you how we make it rain in a scene. And this, my friends, is the perfect spot for it. Some thunder and lightning first, followed by the rain. And folks, we do it by using an overhead sprinkler system which is kept out of the camera's view. Water shoots up into the air, so it falls back down naturally like real rain. You got a wind machine, you got a storm. Now, my friends, we all do know what happens in sunny California and other places when it rains a little bit too much. You get mudslides and flash floods. Flash flood is a direct result from thousands of gallons of recycled water that are released from large tanks and are located on top of the hill. Here's a scene from the movie Big Fat Liar. We're shot right there.
You can't outrun a wolf, kid!
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Hey, guys, funny folks!
Amanda Vines, Frankie Muni, Paul Giamatti, Big Fat Liar. We continue our journey, and now we find ourselves entering the Wild West. Welcome to 6 Points, where movies such as Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, directed by Quentin Tarantino, starring Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, film scenes right here. You want to know more about this place? Let's check in with our resident cowboy, Jimmy Fallon.
This town ain't big enough for the both of us, Jimmy Fallon.
Well, I ain't going anywhere, Jimmy Fallon.
Now look here. Nice folks in this tram don't want no trouble. They just want to check out 6 Points, one of the oldest sets on the Universal Line.
I hear this is where John Wayne and Jimmy Stewart shot a few of their westerns.
That's right. That's where I aim to shoot here.
Looks like we got ourselves a Mexican standoff. Lucky shot.
Now what say you mount up and get out of town while the getting's good?
All right. Well, I'll see you again, Fallon.
Or you can count on it, Fallon. Now get it.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
We just have to talk it out, that's all.
There you have it, folks. Hollywood movie magic, right before your eyes. Now, folks, we're approximately at the halfway mark of the studio tour, so once again, in case of an emergency, you have the red emergency cord above your heads, but to remain seated. We're going to make a U-turn into Steven Spielberg Drive. The street's named in honor of the great film director Steven Spielberg, giving us so many great hits. And we're excited about this latest film from Universal Pictures, Disclosure Day. Here are 2 stars from the film, Emily Blunt and Coleman Domingo, to tell you all about it.
Hello everyone, I'm Emily Blunt.
And I'm Coleman Domingo. Let us tell you about our new film, Disclosure Day.
This film explores what happens when a single, undeniable truth is revealed to all 7 billion people on Earth at the same moment. Ordinary people are confronted with something far bigger than they ever imagined.
Designed to be seen on the big screen, this is a story meant to be shared, felt, and experienced together. Here's a special look at Disclosure Day, when all will be revealed.
People are starved for the truth.
The human race cannot accept what we know.
From Steven Spielberg.
What did you steal?
Secrets.
What are you gonna do?
Full disclosure to the whole world.
If you do this, there's no undoing it.
That's the plan.
3, 2, 1.
This is Disclosure Day.
Disclosure Day. Rated PG-13 in the theaters now.
Yeah, there's a Jaws attraction again. Of course, Steven Spielberg has some words about it. Take a look.
The Jaws ride was almost the inevitable result of the size of the box office when Jaws first opened in June of 1975. And that was really the first time I ever got involved in the creation of a ride. It was a great honor to be invited into a creative circle of tremendous designers at Universal that were trying to figure out how to replicate what the movie had done to audiences in a real way by building a physical shark that would come out of the water and terrify tourists as they were sitting in the tram. And the most amazing thing about the Jaws ride is it is exactly as it was from the time it was first placed on the Universal lot. There have been tweaks, of course, over the years, but it is essentially what the designers and myself all envisioned and created. I'm done bashing the shark. Thank you, Jaws, for everything you've done for me. But I will say, consistently, the shark did work much better on the tour than it did in the Atlantic Ocean in 1974.
Thank you, Mrs. Spielberg. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now we have just entered my other favorite place. Yeah. We call it Colonial Street, but many fans still remember it as Wisteria Lane from ABC's Desperate Housewives.
If there is one thing everyone in suburbia can appreciate,
It's a good neighbor.
What the heck? Let's move back.
Now, folks, we use these sets, as I said earlier, over and over and over again, changing the appearance constantly. That's why you don't recognize it from one production to the next. Here's another example of what I'm talking about. All these scenes shot right here. This is a 1989 film, Tom Hanks' The Burbs. This is Casper. Nellyville. Oh, yeah. Of course, Desperate Housewives. Now, a new neighbor moved into town, moved in onto the street. Yeah, her name, Keke Palmer. She is the star of the television show The Burbs, which streams on Peacock. And this very same street is now Ashfield Place.
Welcome to Ashfield Place, the safest town in America. So, what's the deal with that Victorian house? There have been whispers of murder. Which one of us is the murderer? So are we going to go in?
Do white ladies love salads? Hell yeah, we're going in.
Okay. And you know what? Ted lives here too. See this White House here with the 3 dormers? This is where Keke Palmer's character lives across the street from the Munster House, because that's the actual Munster House here, that Victorian house, the gray house here. But Ted lives in this very same white house, only on Ted, it's not white, it's blue and white. Take a look.
Let the festivities begin.
How many we got?
Well, let's see. We got 20 cartons.
Fantastic.
Do you think we're getting too old for this?
Oh, come on, Johnny, we're doing a public service here. If a kid leaves the house in a less than stellar Halloween costume, he's got to get the bad news before he makes a fool of himself all over town. We're Samaritans.
And again, if there were filming going on the street, that street would be closed off to the public. So, folks, we use every inch of our facilities here at Universal Studios. Nothing goes to waste. For example, this road here, we call it Wilderness Road, because it looks like it's in the middle of nowhere, far away from civilization, yet we know we're at the heart of the back lot of Universal Studios. Now, a lot of productions love to show this area here. They like to create a lot of car accidents, and if you check out Ariana Grande's video, Hate That I Made You Love Me, with Justin Long, that car crash and the fire and all that, it's right here, in this very same area. Speaking of cars, I want to show you some picture cars, yes, which are vehicles that you see in movies, TV shows, commercials, and music videos. Some of these cars that you're about to see, folks, have become just as famous as some of the stars who have driven them. See how many cars you can identify. Here's the original Universal Glamour Tram. This is how it all started. We turn the corner, and to your right, we have 2 of the most iconic structures iconic sets still standing in Hollywood. The Psycho House and the Bates Motel from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. The movie, released in 1960, starring Anthony Perkins, Vera Miles, and Janet Leigh.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
So we leave director Alfred Hitchcock's world to now take you through the crash site set of Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds.
The airplane crash site set is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the visions.
We forget to sit down and talk about War of the World. I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because it's just something you don't see.
You're doing good. You're doing good. Keep pressing me. Listen, now, listen, I want you to close your eyes, okay? Now I'm closed. Bobby, get in. Get in.
Tom Cruise, according to Founding of the Stars of War of the Worlds. That plane to your left is a real 747. Set design is very important in movies, and so is music, and so is sound. Sound is very important in movies, TV shows, commercials, and music videos. We're going to do a little experiment here. We're going to visit another set from another science fiction film, Jordan Peele's film Nope. But yeah, check out the sound. Check out what's going on while Jordan Peele talks about the film.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible notion and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky G. Park. Over there, look into the winking well and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Sheriff. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? What? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience, built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. Oh, it's not looking so live anymore. Anyway, behind this Hollywood fantasy of a gold rush frontier town lies a sinister secret. It is smack dab in the center of a UFO hotspot. What's a bad miracle? You're about to find out. Welcome to the world of No.
It's all about the sound.
That's right.
Well, my friends, get your cameras ready, because coming up on your right is a filming location called Falls Lake. It features one of the world's largest freestanding blue screen backdrops, and next to it is a set piece built right here on the lot for one of the most anticipated films from this mega movie summer. Here to tell you about it is director Christopher Nolan.
For the Odyssey, we wanted to take audiences. It's just this incredible journey across the world, across this mythical world of adventure. And to do that, we shot on IMAX film all around the world in incredible locations. And we wanted to put audiences on the deck of his ship. So we shot with full-size ships, like the one that you're seeing right now, and went out on the oceans of the world with our IMAX camera and with our incredible cast led by Matt Damon to really try and take audiences on this incredible thrill ride.
The Odyssey in theaters July 17.
Now, folks, Christopher Nolan shot almost all of the Odyssey on fantastic locations around the world, including Scotland, Morocco, and Iceland. However, principal photography wrapped up right here at Falls Lake with that very ship in the water. After enduring all of the challenges on location, like freezing temperatures and rain, Matt Damon and the crew joked that they would have an easier time filming here in the controlled environment or our studio lot, only to find out that with 2 jet engines blasting water at them, they were just as cold and wet being on the ship here at Falls Lake as they were on the real ocean. We can't wait for you to see Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, shot with IMAX cameras in theaters starting July 17th.
Odysseus. Don't you want to remember?
I remember a wife, a son. I can still save them. No one can stand between me and home. Not even the gods. The Odyssey in theaters July 17th.
The Odyssey, I want to see that one. All right. So folks, you get the idea, right? This is how we do it here in the movie-making business, so I'm assuming you get the picture, right? Yeah. We're heading back to the park. I'd like to thank everybody for taking the world-famous studio tour. To our past members, thank you so much for visiting us today. If you're not a pass holder, no problem. You can always check out the Universal box office and find out how you can upgrade today's ticket and turn it into an annual pass. Come back again and again. Make sure to download the Universal Studios Hollywood app to get up-to-the-minute park information. We do close tonight at 9 p.m. To purchase any of the movies or TV shows that we talked about on the tour today, you can visit www.universalpicturesathome.com. Oh, nice view of the Sacramento Valley. On behalf of our driver Gerald, myself, and everyone here at Universal Studios, we hope you enjoyed your exclusive behind-the-scenes Hollywood experience. Please make sure you have your personal belongings with you before you exit. Watch your step as you do so, and enjoy the rest of your day here at Universal Studios, the entertainment capital of LA. And as we say here in the movie-making business, when finished after a long day of filming, that's a wrap. We'll see you all in the movies. Till next time, bye everybody. The Mega Movie Summer continues in the theme park. Meet characters from Illuminations, Minions and Monsters, and Wicked, and celebrate the Fast and Furious 25th anniversary with a Street Racers Dance Show and so much more. Don't miss themed food and merchandise, plus live DJs. See the movies and celebrate them with us every day this summer through August 9th.